Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about early childhood development. Um, okay, so when recently I had a baby and I wasn't really educated on how that was going to be, and I didn't really focus on the milestones that were to come. I was just very like sleep deprived, and I just focused on trying to keep her alive, really just, all of the crying and all the changing, and Lord, it was a lot. But I did take parenting classes, and those parenting classes did help me to be aware of what the next step was, and also be aware that I'm not the only person that's been through this, and what I'm going through is totally normal. So, March of Times in January 2024 states that in the United States in 2022, 46.2% of women 20 to 24 years old gave birth to a child. This is significant because I call that your prime. You're fresh, an adult, you're able to, do what you want to do. Most likely you're in college, and you're doing your own thing. However, a lot of the times you're not really educated on children and what comes with parenthood. It's no, there's no rules to it. And it's very much just let's just play the guessing game and hope that it works. Um, so for the first part that I'm gonna be talking about is newborn to 6 months. For newborn to 6 months, I'm currently in 4 months, so I'm not there yet. However, one thing that I see that's very important is tummy time. Tummy time is when you place your child on their stomach and they wiggle and they basically try to lift their head. This is important because it's going to be strengthening their back, it's going to be strengthening their legs and their neck so that they will be able to, sit up, hold their head up, and eventually walk. That's the end goal. Um, Gavin M. in October 2019 states that you should stay with your baby during tummy time. This is also very important because when you have your child on their stomach, a lot of things can happen, especially if they haven't got to that point of lifting their heads. They can suffocate, they can hurt themselves, or they can, yeah, they can suffocate or they can hurt themselves. So you should always stay with them. Another part that I seemed very important was emotions and routine. For me, consistency and trying to build a routine was very important and it helped a lot. It not only helps your baby, but it helps you as well to have that time to yourselves. And the emotions that you might see during the newborn to 6 month stage is laughing, giggling, smiling, crying. That's also one of them. And um, Louise K on October 21st in 2021 states that around 2 months, baby should coo and gurgle. So for cooing, it's basically just like their way of communicating with you. There's different types of coos that will indicate most likely the need that your baby is needing at the moment. Cooing is also like for me, it's just like noise, right? It could be happy, they could be upset, but it did help me to understand more what my baby needed at that time. So now that we talked about the newborn to 6 months, we're going to be talking about 6 months to 12 months. So during this stage, for me, a big thing is crawling. Crawling is very important because that is their step to independence. That's also their step to strength. For crawling, they need a lot of support, not only physical support, but they need a lot of mental support. They need a lot of praise and to build their self-confidence. So just how like when learned how to ride your bike, you wanted someone to be there to tell you good job. It's the same thing. And positive praise will help them to build that self-confidence. Parkinson R. May 19, 2016 states that modeling confidence will help your baby do the same. So at this point, your baby is a sponge and you have to lead by example. They will imitate what you do and start to mock you. So you don't want to be showing them, negative things because when they present that back to you, you might be confused, like, oh, where'd you learn that from? Well, they were watching you the whole time. Now that we talked about 6 months to 12 months, we're going to talk about 12 months to 24 months. So during 12 months to 24 months, you can see your child walking, running, jumping, being very active. This is very important because they need a lot of supervision during this time. During this time, they'll be climbing things, jumping off of things, really just exploring to see, one, what their abilities are, and two, what their limits are. Alberta Health Services on October 5th, 2023 states that they will gain control and coordination, and this will help with their walking skills. Another thing that will be happening during this stage is speech development. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Okay. Okay. So another part, sorry. So another part would be their speech development, being able to talk. They'll be doing a lot of blabbing, cluing, um, and also spitting. Like spitting is a thing for them. They love it. I don't know, but I did learn that it helps with like their tongue movement and it helps with learning how to speak. According to the Mayo Clinic, March 11, 2023, they state that they will be, saying 50 words or more, asking simple phrases like more milk, tired, and things like that. So today we've talked about the early childhood development from stages newborn all the way to 24 months. Um, on Once again, for the March of Dime, January 2024, United States in 2022 stated that 46.6 women gave birth ages 20 to 29 years old. I will say that now I definitely see that light at the end of the tunnel. Parenthood is a combine of good and bad and everything in between, but I do see that it's really a blessing in disguise, especially if you were, struggling in the beginning, just to see your progress and see your baby's progress and see how you just create a whole human being is very exciting. Well, thank you. I'm done.